one most serious problem that creates stress in your life, that makes you feel anxious, that makes you take 10s and 20 pills of Maalox and Alka-Seltzer, is job ambiguity, all right? And if you look at this chart, it's underneath it says the first step is unsure of where you stand in an organization. Oh, my God. This creates more stress and anxiety than anything you can. I mean, when you have a lot of workload, at least you know what you're doing. When you're not sure about what you're doing or how well you're doing or whether people like you or not, oh, my God, that creates incredible turmoil. And then what does that lead to? Ladies and gentlemen, in Japan and China and everywhere in Southeast Asia, anxiety and confusion. All right, when you don't know where you stand and how you're doing, it makes you very disconcerted as a human being, all right? Not from the planet. If you're from Vulcan, you could care less. But as human beings, we all are anxious and have confusion when we're not sure how well we're doing or whether what we're doing has any effect or any impact on results. And what does that lead to, ladies and gentlemen? That leads to fear and self-protection. And that's very natural. It's very natural for the body to self-protect when it's in a state of chaos and ambiguity. And what does that lead to and look like? Well, it looks like disruptive or destructive politics. So what do we need to do to fix this? And by the way, there's an interesting story I told this morning. You know, people like certainty, right? Which is clear. They don't like ambiguity. They don't like being thrown in and saying, you know, without being told what to do or how well they're doing. And do you guys remember about 2 years ago, there was a story in the USA from Connecticut. And it was a story about a monkey, a chimpanzee, who all of a sudden went crazy and ripped the face off of this woman who the chimpanzee knew. Did you know this story? Back 2 years ago, there was a chimpanzee, it was a pet monkey chimpanzee, and, you know, it met the friend of the owner, who it knew very well. And one day, the chimpanzee went crazy. You know, it had totally destructive politics, and it just ripped the face off of this friend of the owner. And people couldn't understand why. Why did this chimp do this? You know, it had known this woman for so long. And the reason that they gave was because that the woman that particular day had a new hairstyle, new makeup, drove a new car, looked totally different. And when the chimpanzee saw this woman coming at the chimp thought it was being attacked, right? And it was put in such an unfamiliar, ambiguous state of confusion, it attacked the woman, right? Now, we as human beings don't attack our bosses and rip their faces off, even though I know sometimes we feel like doing that, right? Because it's a natural reaction.